welcome to Railgun S, episode 21. Wash Anime here, bringing you this next episode, because I've been lazy again. I need to stop doing that, but things happen. And we quickly jump back in this episode with, the Frog Doctor just told Misaka in episode 20 that February is not really human, she's artificially created, so they kind of pick up right after that with that shocking reveal. And to add more strangeness to this episode, they reveal that the candy that she's been eating, like I've been suggesting to everyone else I've talked to, suggests that it has been keeping her alive. So that theory they kind of made it blatantly obvious to everyone. Though I mean, they kind of zoomed in the end episode 20 last week. So anyway, and Misaka after they leave, Misaka runs into her sister, or sees her and just talks to her, and she discovers that her clone Misaka, 132, just basically talked to her, and she's like, she told me something interesting, that she has a sister and all this other stuff, and Misaka's just kind of confused, like, if she's artificially created, how does she have a sister, it's kind of confusing there. And this episode finally reveals Misaka finally coming out of her comfort zone, and finally, telling her friends what's up. In the past, she's always kept things secret, because she doesn't want her friends getting hurt, which is obvious. And this kind of happens with this little short talk with Mitsuko, and she's talking about how she would do anything for her friends, and she wouldn't keep anything from them, and would want them to be involved in her, whatever she's going through. So that kind of helps motivate Misaka to like, this is not all that bad, I should just tell them. Even though we know she's never going to tell them about her clones accelerating a level 6 project, but who knows, maybe later on, we might get that. And after this reveal to the girls, everyone breaks off and they start doing their investigations. Even Satin's like, I'll find out what's the candy made of, and I'll make more candy for her, and all this. Or I figure out the medicine and all this, whatever you want to call it. And Satin just does her thing. And then you have Yoharu, who can hack computers, and she's doing that while Kiriko uses her judgment ties to figure out what's going on. With, anti-skill and all of them. But they reveal anti-skills, I guess, I don't know, I guess we call it, maybe like investigation stuff has been taken. So they kind of took that. And they found out Mitsuko's dad actually owns the robot suits, which they're kind of building these puzzles that are going to eventually come together here shortly. But while that's going on, it's cool and all, but at the end of the episode, close to the end, they kind of reveal that February only has 72 hours left to live, which I kind of knew in the beginning that after they met this little girl, something bad's going to happen. It's not all sunshine and rainbows in Academy City. And the Frog Doctor basically asked Misaka straight up, if you're are you willing to see the dark side of Academy City? And, we've all known. She knows what's going on behind the scenes with her clones and all this, so this is just more of a step in towards, I guess, the dark side of Academy City. But the Frog Doctor kind of arranges a weird meeting for Misaka to meet, probably messed her name up, but Tristina from, if you might know her from Railgun Season 1, she was the main villain of the second arc, and I kind of forget what she was up to, but I know she had something to do with, like, Esper powers, and she did have this giant robot, so I forget what they're doing with that, but she was kind of evil in the first series, so basically it's Misaka next week teaming up with her, which is going to be weird. And the last question I would present is, why did Shinobu and the others create February if she's this flawed thing that's going to die soon? And I have a theory that they created her, or, Shinobu created her to keep like it's a messenger in a bottle thing. Okay, so February knows Misaka. So if she knows Misaka, she can get help, and Satin and all the other girls can team up, and Misaka can save Shinobu, because Shinobu can probably save February. They said, the Frog Doctor did tell her last week, if anyone can save her, it's the people that did this to her, or made her. So that's my theory on that. So next week, like I said, Misaka teams up with Tristina, which is weird, but it might be cool. So see ya next time for 22.